Y'all, what is going on? The streets are saying that Rihanna is being sued by Beyonce and Jay-Z is suing ASAP Rocky. Y'all, come and sit down because we got to talk. Remember when we said that there is a huge misinformation campaign at play? Remember when we said that Diddy is throwing everything at the wall to muddy the waters, to poison the waters so that we don't know what's true anymore? Their whole media play, and we've been saying this for a while, is to get all these crazy things thrown at them so they can stand in a court of law and be like, Your Honor, how could this be true? This wasn't true, and this wasn't true. So how can you believe this is true? You guys, this has reached fever level. And at this point, they think we're stupid and we're playing in our face. And I'm going to start calling it out because I'm sick of it. And the one thing I can't take is being toyed with. Baby, you can talk about, you can trash, but stop toying with us and talking to us like we're stupid. Now, you guys, listen. Let me put you on the post that's sweeping social media. Beyonce Knowles Carter is suing Rihanna, Robin Fenty, her name. It is on Justica.com, okay? It appears to be a legit at first glance. It's always supposed to be legit. At first glance, it appears to be legit. Until you see that it is a labor dispute and they're suing for $100,000. That was the first thing where I'm like, okay, you're playing. Because they wouldn't bring this to court for $100,000. Second of all, Rihanna has never worked with Beyonce in that capacity. And for a labor dispute, that means that somebody was an employee. They have never co-collaborated. They've never done this. But I said, okay, it was filed in a U.S. Virgin Island court system online. Again, it was filed on Saturday, but the court system allows you to file 24/7. Doesn't matter if it's Saturday. I said, okay. Then it showed that Jay-Z, Sean Carter, is suing ASAP Rocky. Except for they literally put ASAP Rocky on the filing. They didn't even put his real name, Raheem, suing for $100,000. This is coming up directly on the Diddy docket. This is showing up on all the pro Diddy sites. This is nothing but a thinly veiled, deliberate PR campaign to muddy the waters. I'm sick of this. Busby, we'll get into a live about our opinion on Busby and what's going on with the fact that he's going to have to withdraw from most of those cases. But there's stuff going on with Busby. There's something going on everywhere. But now they are deliberately muddying the waters, because if they can get the public to start believing that everything and everybody that comes out with something against Diddy is just flight to fancy, then when that jury sits down, they'll say, can you really believe this? Again, it is a very, very skilled it's a very, very, very skilled strategy, and one that, if we don't keep on our toes, is actually working. You guys, first of all, I ran to Pacer to see if it's true, because even though things seem fantastical, you never know. And then we looked on Justica.com. Justica.com, which is justice.com, does have real filings. But they also have filings from Porky Pig and Daffy Duck. Apparently, anybody can file a case out of the U.S. Virgin Islands when it is electronic. Anybody can actually file the case. So what's going on with this misinformation? They want us to believe that Tony Busby has voluntarily dismissed all his cases when he voluntarily dismissed against Bad Boy. But we'll talk about Busby later, because that's something that we all need to look at and actually worry about. But we'll talk about that later, okay? Because the real thing about what's going on with Tony Busby is the fact that he cannot practice in New York City court, and he is scrambling around trying to get other lawyers to take over these cases without him being involved at all, because he broke the law to be the first to break Diddy stuff. We broke it down in a live, but we'll talk about it in another matter. With this, I want to talk about what's going on. Okay, because at the end of the day, I think the Diddy people, and I do think this is coming from Diddy's people, didn't expect for this lie to quick take off so suddenly. Okay, first of all, how were people even alerted to a filing electronically online in the U.S. Virgin Islands that had Beyonce and Rihanna? Again, one of the reasons they're doing that is the fact that They want us to believe, oh my God, it could be true. Oh my God. And they want us to rush and get excited. When at the end of the day, it is getting very close to Diddy's trial time. One of his lawyers has quit. Maybe because Diddy was doing something illegal. Maybe because Mark Agnifilo was doing something illegal. Maybe because they caught him committing such a heinous crime. They moved back. But they now want us to rush willy-nilly, believing every lie, every this, every that. And I believe they are starting to send out Trojan horses, even in the effect of lawyers bringing Trojan horse lawsuits, and definitely victims bringing Trojan horse lawsuits. Because every time a case is dismissed, every time a lawyer brings something with no evidence, it only helps Diddy. This isn't about whether you are a stan. This isn't about whether you are, oh yeah, Busby. It's about the victims. And the real victims are actually getting shafted. I want to know who filed these fake cases. I want to know why only the pages that are supporting Diddy legally are somehow got wind on this and they are publishing it. I want to know who is behind this misinformation campaign that is only benefiting Diddy. That's it. It's only benefiting Diddy. We actually need answers. This is actually getting really, really weird. Again, Porky Pig and Daffy Duck are suing Looney Tunes on the Justia, whatever, Justia. It's going that, right? I believe that the people posting this always knew this was fake, but the second bigger gossip sites on Twitter started picking up. Magically, they deleted it like 5 minutes later and somehow knew it was fake, right? Listen, again, I was just going to ignore this, but when the bigger sites started reposting this and retweeting it, I just wanted to make you guys aware of it. And I looked into it just in case there was a 0.001 chance that this was true. There is a 0% chance this is true. Listen, um, listen, at the end of the day, I do believe Diddy's guilty. And I do think he's a monster. And I think that's why the federal government got involved. I'll have a separate live to talk about what's going on with Tony Busby because we actually need to talk about that. And I'll have a separate live to talk about this. I'm also going to have a separate live to talk about what's going on in Parkwood with Chloe Bailey. But for right now, we can say there is a misinformation campaign. Again, I will bring you guys every single thing I find and we can talk about it. But I tell you guys, no matter what, we are in the age, believe no one, listen to everyone, gather information, but believe no one. Because I'm telling you, there is something bigger going on. And if you just keep chasing this dragon, it's going to keep leading to a dead end. And oddly enough, no matter what anyone says, do we know where it's coming from? No. Do I think it's coming directly from Diddy's campaign and the PR people he's paying? Absolutely. Why is that? Because the only person this misinformation benefits is Sean Diddy Combs. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. It is a lie. They are not being sued. These are fake cases. But ask yourself why only the Diddy-friendly accounts actually got wind of this and they're putting it out there over and over and over. Anyway, y'all, let's talk about this later. Talk to y'all later. Bye.